Transmitting to you from Old Heart Radio.
This the show!
Hey, dogs!
What's up, fish sticks? Where's your tartar sauce? I'm not on.
He's on now. Hard on.
Hard R.
It's your boys here, the Nameless Bunch. Welcome to whatever the fuck this is. Challenging the play
Challenging the play.
with your boys Think 1, Think 2, and Think 3. We are at you with another album review. Before we get into that, we'll do the normal things. Anybody been listening to anything that wasn't this record this week? I've got a lot.
We can kick it off.
I did a deep dive into Bloodhound Gang. Have you guys ever done that?
Oh man, I haven't done that since like junior high school.
I never had like one of my first CDs was Cheshire Cat from Blink-182, and my mom took it like after 2 days of having it and playing it and her hearing what the content was. So I never got like that Blink-182 phase. I feel like it's scratching that itch so hard. Oh my god,
Yeah.
they're such a good fucking band. They're so funny and just so immature at the same time.
It's catchy. Even though it's terrible lyrics, it's fucking catchy. Like
Super catchy. Their last album was out in 2015, and it's good. It's a good, solid fucking pop record.
yeah, I need to check that one out then.
Yeah, it's called Hard Off.
Hard R.
Hard Off.
R.
And outside of that, the fucking Dream Widow album that I sent you guys that you probably didn't listen to.
I've listened to some of it.
Yeah,
before.
it's
No.
Dave Grohl did a movie, and there's a premise in it where they move into a house to record their latest album, and it's a haunted house. And the last time that anybody was in that house was a like 80s black metal band where the lead singer got possessed
I
by
thought
the
you were
devil.
gonna say Michael Jackson and his victims. It was like, oh man, this is gonna get great.
It looks like the house. The lead singer gets possessed by the devil and then murders his band. And so the same thing happens to Dave Grohl. So the band's name was Dream Widow, and Dave Grohl thought that adding to the lore of the movie would be a good idea to make an album for this 80s black metal thrash
You're in big
band.
trouble now, pal.
It fucking rips.
Nice.
It rips. It's like if Alice in Chains fucked Slayer.
Ooh.
It's great.
I think it usually goes the other way around.
Yeah, Slayer fucked
Wow.
Alice in Chains. For sure. Yeah.
There's some
For
pegging going
sure.
on in that situation.
Hard. Oh, before we get on to any further pegging stuff, big R.I.P. and shout out to Trevor from Black Dahlia. Since the last time we have all been congregated, he has passed. We're all big fans of Black Dahlia Murder and all have deep, I would say, embedded memories of
Yeah.
Trevor and Brad
Yep.
and the rest of the band in our fucking heads.
Several shows going to listening to Unhallowed and trying to understand what this type of music was in fucking high school, and
Yeah.
then obsessing over miasma and yeah.
I remember the day Jasper gave me Deflorate to listen to.
Oh yeah. Oh man,
Which
that's good.
Shannon was on the drums for that one, I think was his name.
Is that the Abigail Williams drummer?
He's big redhead boy.
Okay.
He's got a big red
No,
beard.
I'm thinking of like this Norwegian dude.
Oh,
It looks
no.
Oh, he was the guitar player that started playing on that album for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a great record. The
Yeah.
Deflorate was a fire album.
yeah.
Up until then, I just knew Trevor as like the like Cookie Monster sometimes, and then
I originally
Pterodactyl
thought
others.
there was two different singers when I heard that. I was like, "There's no way
Oh,
that
yeah.
that's the same guy's making those two different noises."
For sure.
It's like probably my favorite scream in all of metal. Like when he does his
lows.
high and low together.
Yeah.
Just
Fucking brutal.
the first band I tried to like scream along to, recorded it on my phone and played it back and went, why the fuck do I sound so terrible? Why don't I sound like this guy?
Because it's a 2007 fucking Razor flip phone.
Yeah, you're giving me a lot of credit.
Yeah, I
Not
don't
enough.
remember. I don't remember what phone you had back then. What about? I mean, that and Steely Dan. I've been listening to Bloodhound Gang, Steely Dan, Dream Widow. That's literally about it.
I've been like scrolling through all kinds of shit. Was building a playlist for under further review. So
Nice.
just digging through tons
Shout
of shit.
out to our big papa company, Old Heart Radio. Thank you for letting us be a subsidiary.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks for knowing about this too.
Ahead of time in advance.
Fuck, there's something else. Shit, I have to look. Oh yeah, it's like that band Steak Sauce Mustache. Josh,
Yeah.
album. I saw.
Should we be
What?
talking about? Should we be talking about that? I did listen to it. I went through
Is
it,
that
but
the album that you're talking about?
Yeah.
Doing next? Okay.
Yeah, I saw that band open for Horse the Band when we saw
no
them
shit.
years
Oh.
ago. It was like one of the most entertaining shows.
and
Right
they just
on.
dropped a new one.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
appropriate to.
No, I agree. It reminded me of the Callous Cowboys. It was like as good spazcore.
Calm Trues, Callous Dowboys.
Callous Cowboys. They're fire.
I found that band Ingrown.
Yeah,
That shit
that
was
was
pretty
great. It reminded me of hardcore's finest from the South, like just good Louisiana.
I think their profile on Spotify just says Idaho.
just the opposite.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
they-
but it's still country. Idaho's country.
Yeah, I've been listening to pretty much the same old stuff. Lennon's been sick for the last week with a fever.
Oliver Tree.
Normal Oliver Tree. I've been falling asleep to fucking Pawn Stars. Like it's a problem. It's a real problem.
It's a good show.
No, I feel like I'm turning into a 50, 60-year-old man at this point. I'm like, no.
Get it out of the way now.
I turned on the new Kendrick Lamar album right when Jasper got home.
People
and,
are freaking out about it.
I listened to the first 4 songs, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I got, 14 more to go. But so far, I do not like any of them. The second song after the first song, Untitled, is called N95. I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
Might as well just call the song COVID. We went through COVID.
Yes.
Everybody had COVID.
Sad, sad, clap, clap, not anger, anger, pop, pop.
COVID.
No gang. Yeah,
Yeah.
so there's a 2-minute Kendrick Lamar diss.
Yeesh. I'm pissed now. Okay. Let's I guess get it. Everybody has their shit handy. So the album that we did this week.
It's band.
1 week. So the album that we did this week is by a band called Soul Glo, and the album is called Diaspora Problems. Does anybody know what Diaspora Problems means?
The dispersion of Jewish people
He has
beyond
it.
Israel.
He has it up on a fucking tab.
I gotta look up every time we look at an
Get
album
it.
because I never fucking know what any of it means.
I had to research this next bit, man. So band members: Gigi Guerra, who's the bass player. He does vocals. He's also the recording engineer. He recorded all of this shit in a fucking like.
Yeah, he's like the head name on the band, but
Yep.
he's not the vocalist though.
No,
not the
Jordan.
main one.
Pierce Jordan is the vocals. He's the main boy who's writing all the poetry you're gonna hear. Ruben Polo is on guitar, who I'm familiar with as a bass player from a band called Jank that I was really in love with for a while, and then their drummer, baby boy T.J. Stevenson. And holy shit! Initial takes. I'll let everybody go before mine.
Oh my fucking god.
I'm so glad you went into this blind, man.
Yeah, I need to do this more often. Just not know what the fuck I'm gonna listen to.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed this.
Fuck yeah.
Did not know they were on Epitaph Records. Did not know anything that they were kind of punk. So I expected anything from, I don't know, a rough Beach Boys to Every Time I Die, but I got something in far left field from all of that. It's like, yeah, it's essentially with no expectations coming in. I didn't know how many albums were, what the singer was gonna sound like, but after the first song, I was just like, oh, okay, this is not what he's gonna sound like, or he's not gonna change his voice at all throughout this whole album. It's like he's gonna sound like Donnie from the Wild Thornberries throughout the entire time. It's like that's what I heard. And then over those awesome fucking chuggy bass lines, dude. Just like, yeah, this is fucking Donnie. There you go. It's Flea going at it right now. And yeah, I didn't realize they were black until they started dropping the N-bomb. I'm like, man, these are some bold Philadelphia fuckers. Like,
Just picturing It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. As a punk band. Just full blackface, Lethal Weapon 7.
but yeah, man, it's produced super well. The drums, guitars, bass, and then the vocals even had a range too, from the rap to like just anything with a raspy style. Like it sounded really good. But if you're not into punk, if you're not into hardcore or screaming, this is not your album, or even new metal. Like
For sure.
There's
some new metal parts. You're right.
There's some stuff in there. I think that's coming back into play, and I don't know.
Some Suicidal Tendencies,
recent genres.
a little bit of Corn.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, yeah. That comes
For
up
sure.
later.
Awesome.
For sure. Jasper, what do you got?
Me?
I mean, think one. Sorry. Think one.
That's Dr. Piss to you. I liked, like, right away was just, like, I loved it. 10 out of 10. Thought it was great. Like,
Who gonna beat my ass?
yeah. You had showed me them before. Like, I think you had a song from Songs to Eat at the Sun.
Yeah, masked up.
Yeah, for sure. It was really good.
That's the perfect song to catch somebody's attention. I'm like, is it me? Like,
The hard R at the end of the song really sells it. Because that forces you to, like, what did I just ingest?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was great, and just, like, how eclectic it is. And, like, I've, for, like, the last couple years, have been trying to, like, make surf black metal, and they just, like, go right into it a few times. That was, like,
Casually.
the raddest shit.
Super casual.
And, like, definitely, I don't know, I guess it seems like it's a trend in punk rock, or just, like, I don't know, harder music in general, to be so eclectic and make more, like, sweet style music, like the way Glow On is. Like, you guys,
Yeah.
like, mentioning the new metal in it, I almost, like, missed that. Now, like, thinking about it, like, yeah, fuck.
Now, Turnstile has a lot of new metal in them, too.
Yeah, it really,
A
like,
lot.
yeah.
It's a weird resurgence. They grew up with new metal bands just like we did.
Yeah.
I mean, Turnstile is just as close to Limp Bizkit as, like, Limp Bizkit is to Limp Bizkit.
That's, yeah, when I first heard, like, Glow On, yeah, I was like, it's At the Drive-In meets Limp Bizkit.
I called them the new Offspring
Yeah.
just because of the way their vocalist sounds, especially live.
Yeah, but this is much different.
Yes.
it's super different,
Dark.
but it's
It's
fucking awesome.
Fucking heavy. I was so into it. And then at a certain point after listening to it a lot, like, maybe I wasn't in the right mood, but it was just like, I don't want to listen to this. And I skipped out on it for a handful of days.
For sure.
Like, I'd put it on at work, and I'd get through 2 songs, and be like, now it's something else. Gotta put something else on. But then today, it, like, kicked back for me. So I think it's just it's a mood type of album for me.
For sure.
Yeah,
But-
you get that sort of feel from the beginning of the album to the end of the album. There was a couple of tracks I felt like, okay, I'm ready to take a break too. But
I had been anticipating this record, been a fan since Songs to Eat at the Sun. I found them randomly because of Ruben, their guitar player. He was, like I mentioned earlier, he's a bass player in a band that I used to really like, Jank. And so I wanted to check in on him and see what he was doing. I was hoping he was doing good, and sure as shit, he was just making fucking next level punk rock music with his friends. And I'm all about punk music. I really enjoy punk music, and it took me a minute to, like, mature back into it, because there's a time, and when you're a musician early on in life, you hear, like, Metallica and it's awesome, and then you hear, like, the Casualties and it's even better, and you keep going with punk music, but then you hear stuff that progresses past it. You get to Rush, you get to fucking King Diamond, you get to the stuff that, like, progresses past it and is more challenging to you mentally, and you kind of overlook the simplicity and amazingness of punk.
did you mean King Crimson?
No, I meant King Diamond.
I've never heard of King Diamond.
Oh, shit.
We should probably change that. King
Yeah.
Diamond is a staple. King Diamond invented the Kiss look. King Diamond invented corpse paint. King Diamond invented the
Yeah.
way Judas Priest sings. King Diamond is like the OG.
Holy fuck, where the fuck have I been?
Yeah, he's a niche thing, man. If you don't like
Gotcha.
he's fucking annoying after a minute. You can only
It
hear
sounds
his
like
voice.
David Bowie's like alter ego or something.
Yeah, just the satanic version.
Black Metal Bowie.
So I was anticipating this record when it came out. It exceeded all my expectations. Like I listened to the previous the previous albums or EPs that they put out. I can't name all of them, but Songs to Eat at the Sun is one of them.
No, don't do it.
It's they're all fantastic. I highly recommend you and listen to them. On every single one of these releases, they don't do just punk music. There's always like a rap track. There's always like a weird horn section somewhere. And this album really fucking pushed those things. I fell in love with it, and it's one of those records that I've listened to every day for, I don't know, like 3 weeks now. I listened to it probably like 2 or 3 times today. Probably 2 or 3 times yesterday. There's not a song on it that I get tired of. There's not a song on it I skip. There are songs that I will repeat multiple times because I need to hear that. But I mean, we'll get to that later. But I fell in love with this record.
Did anyone hear like Showbread, You remember the band Showbread?
Do I remember?
I know.
I love Showbread, and yeah, of course, raw rock. That genre.
I almost forgot about them. I had to look up Tooth and Nail
Sheesh.
Records and
Yeah.
like, what band am I thinking of? This sounds like. I just went through the
Showbread.
list of dead bands. And yeah, like, this sounds like a fucking Showbread song. Two of them, but way better produced.
It's because Showbread, one of their screamers was black, so you're racist.
No, I didn't.
no.
I didn't mention any of the.
Yeah, I know.
The colors you yeah, I burn my bread. Leave me alone.
Showbread rules. I'm a big fan of Showbread. They are still to this day a band that I look to for like artistic inspiration. They're a good band, even though they're Christian or whatever. They're still good.
Yeah, I think they've been disbanded. I'm not sure for how long.
Yeah, I think
That's
they
what I
actually
looked up.
just recently. I don't know. They played some dates, but I don't think they got back together. They played some like Christian festival dates, but that's it.
There's like a resurgence of all this old stuff that we listened to.
Yeah,
It's
Under
coming
Oath's back, all
Yeah.
that shit. Everybody's fucking coming back now. It's a big deal.
Yeah, I was just going through the old.
Taking Back Sunday's back. My Chemical Romance just dropped a song 12 hours ago.
Yeah,
First song in not 14 years, but it can't be 14 years. Is it 14 years? It doesn't matter. I don't give a shit.
I think it's been 2014
But,
or 15.
Everything is coming back right now.
But yeah, just looking at the old Tooth and Nail like just rosters, like holy shit! Like there's a lot of stuff that reminds me of this, like including some of the new metal shit. Like it was weird. I'm like, is it technically new metal since he's black? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Skindred. Skindred's
Yeah.
new metal.
They're still like. I
Poppin'.
don't think they like tour as much, but they're
They
like
play.
huge
Yep.
where they are, like wherever the UK.
Their
they
bass
still
player
rip
and
it
I,
up.
Gotcha.
their bass player and I play the same bass.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, different colors, same bass.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're one of the stars.
Right.
So that's the same thing we can say about new metal. Then it's like different color, same bass.
Yeah, it's still fieldy, no matter what. There were some counterpoints. Like whenever I have a good thing going in my head, I can always counteract that. Like if you're coming outside of this from liking this musical genre, the whole album except for 2 songs is going to sound the same. Exactly like how I looked at Time Skiffs, where it's like, I'm not into this, therefore it all sounds the same. I feel like somebody could easily do that to this record, except it gets to Driponomics, and then my ass starts shaking.
Yeah. Yeah, both of those, and even what is it? The Thumbsucker, the ska.
Sucker, that random horn part.
I'm like, okay, I'm fucking digging this.
I'm playing Tony Hawk. I'm playing the first Tony Hawk, and I'm getting down.
Yeah, this whole album reminded me of just being at an old Warped Tour that sounded really good. Like,
Yeah.
usually you listen to this type of stuff and the production value just isn't there, and this made me feel like I wanted to go mosh. I
Yeah.
wanted to throw myself into a wall.
Yeah.
out of
Kudos to
excitement.
Epitaph. Definitely kudos to Epitaph for fucking pulling that mastering through. 'Cause it was
Yeah.
recorded in a fucking basement, like
Or-
a bottom of an unfinished warehouse.
It was all done by this bass player that is relatively new.
Yeah.
And listening to their old stuff, like he did a real upgrade. He did a
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
upgrade on everything.
And they've been working on this since 2020, so it's like it's been a grip. And so whatever they did, it fucking worked.
Yeah, it definitely shows.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
like finding a band that I like, but I also like that I found them at this time, because if I knew about them before they put out this record, I probably would have just shrugged it off like it was bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was
Oh,
this is
yeah.
dope.
I was kind of thinking about that too earlier. Like if I had this band when I was 14, I
shit,
would have been
yeah.
like the worst kid.
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like either the worst kid or the like
It
coolest.
was like, oh, you don't know
fucking-
about this?
Yeah.
Yep.
It makes me want to just like that scene in SpongeBob when he's protesting the Krusty Krab, and he's just like, "We will dismember this establishment board by board," and he just starts ripping up the floorboards. All the floorboards are ripped up.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like it just like the way that Rancid and Pennywise and NoFX got to me. Not that I'm saying I enjoy those bands now, especially NoFX, but like the way that I was influenced by them heavily. If I would have had this amount of influence being directed at me, I would have been a terrible fucking child,
Yeah.
like an anarchist.
Yeah.
I would have had dreadlocks way younger.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing I was like 17 or 18 when I heard the Casualties. So
Oh.
I've been really into punk my whole life.
God.
And when I heard that, I was like, oh, this is hardcore punk. Like, this is what it is.
When I was 14, I was
Like-
so into the Casualties. I had their T-shirts and everything, man. The Casualties were awesome. Before we get into favorite tracks, Should we do a word from our sponsors?
We do have a special sponsor today.
Hey.
We really do, and this is one that hits close to home, right? Because we're all nervous, we're all anxious. These are unprecedented times, and sometimes you got to give in to compulsions just to make yourself feel better. And what if you had?
What's a compulsion?
Well, we'll get to that later. So this is a product that I use every day. And let me tell you, it works. 'Cause all day, people are asking me, Mr. Piss, what's your secret to staying terminally chill in these unprecedented times? My secret is the McGraw Wonder Straw. This patent miracle combines the soothing mindlessness of a fidget spinner with the hydrating properties of your favorite water. And you're probably asking, hey, Dr. Piss, is this some kind of bottle, a cup, a highly sought-after chalice? But this is where the product gets fun. It's custom made to your taste. You choose the vessel that houses this unique lifesaver. It's a fidget spinner that's attached to a Rube Goldberg machine that moves water through a straw right into your happy mouth. You get to customize the looks of it, man. Burners coast to coast will be green with jealous envy when you're sipping at the height of steampunk fashion. Now, I recommend using the McGraw Wonder Straw with the Alpha 2O Max Hydration Water for platinum tier concentration. The McGraw Wonder Straw, ease your nerves.
Jasper, let me ask you about something. Do these come in different coatings? Are they brass? Are they pewter? Are they silver? Are there different types?
You can put it in whatever you want.
Whatever I want. I get
Do
a
you want
brass one, a
Do you
copper.
want copper? Do you want a nice rustic mason jar? Do you want a Viking horn? Do you want a neon LED red Solo cup? It's fit to you. It's however you want it.
That sounds like a dream.
It
I
is.
can't imagine drinking without being entertained ever again.
It's so relaxing. You just move your hands. You don't have to think about anything else. You can just healthily relax.
This sounds like it's going to change the game.
Yep. I'm so stoned. All I can do is stare at it. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, I feel
I'm
like
out of here.
this is a game changer, guys. If you want to get in on the ground floor of a game changing product, I suggest now is the time to buy because these are going to go.
Yeah.
These aren't going to be around forever.
Yeah, I was on a 6-month waiting list just to get mine.
Jesus,
Yeah.
a relatively new product in already 6 months.
I only got the 12-ounce model. There's
Yeesh.
32, 64.
What?
Yep.
I cannot
absolutely.
wait for the new butt plug model that's going to come out. It'll be very exciting as I lay in bed.
An enema fidget spinner?
Oh, yeah.
You're telling me they're coming out with an enema fidget spinner?
Yeah. I was.
My mind is fucking blown.
It's going to be with surgical grade silicone, and it'll be
dishwasher safe, I hope.
I haven't looked into that part.
Okay. All right.
It's gonna have some creases, so I hope it's gonna need to be in the dishwasher.
Right. Most butts have greases, so it's okay.
Oh yeah.
That sounds wonderful. Favorite tracks? What do we got? I've got 2 of them.
Ooh,
Coming Correct is Cheaper. Big fan of that one. I believe that's track number 2.
it is.
And then Driponomics, which I
Triponomics
foretold.
is legit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that song. It reminded me of when Boo did the song on their second record, and he's like, "Times are worse. That's coming to an end." Cinnamon. You know that one? You know that Boo song? The one Boo song where he's like, "Times are at the end. Times are coming to an end. Prepare for the worst."
Discovery,
Blah
yeah.
blah 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 blah. Like reminded me of that. I really like that song. I also love aggressive hip hop to the max.
I'm not familiar with much of it at all.
It says
Right over my
so-
head.
oh.
Wow, Death Grips because I was into Zach
Yeah.
Hill.
Well,
Because
yeah.
Hella.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I think some of the only other aggressive hip hop I know all that well is like the Transplants.
Oh wow, he just pooped so hard on things. Ghostman, he's aggressive hip hop. Horror, they're aggressive hip hop.
Oh yeah.
You know Horror. I know you know who they are.
I know him personally.
Yeah,
Nice guys. Yeah.
nice. Lil Booth and Yeti Bones are their names. Lil Booth, that's such a good name.
But
If you were a rapper, what would Lil Booth? You know, like little telephone booth.
man, I had the last half of that Rice Krispie treat you brought, so I'm just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Hey.
my brain is like melting halfway through a conversation. She's like, "Oh shit! Look at my notes. I got stuff here."
What do you got for favorite tracks?
My favorite was The Things I Carry.
The Things I Carry was
Yeah,
I
that
struggled.
was-
I struggled between. There's 3 songs in a row that
There's some heavy
that's-
blast beats on that one.
Yeah,
Like,
wah, 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 just like the black metal in it.
kind of reminded me of
Love it.
Comeback Kid a little bit at times because they had like the longer screams rather than like the really fast like.
Dude,
Yeah,
I heard
raps.
anal cunt so many times. Like, I heard a refined, progressed, matured anal cunt. Or at least the idea of that band where it's like you can just blast and play nothing and be gross. It's fine.
Yeah, just thrash out.
Yeah, just don't do heroin and try to legalize rape and shit. Anal cunt's terrible. Don't listen to them.
I wasn't planning on it.
What's your favorite track, Emmett?
Winners don't use drugs.
Oh man, there's a couple of them that I wrote a bunch about.
Yeah, get into it.
Well, the first one like that caught me was obviously Gold Chain Punk. Like, who gonna be my ass? I was fucking turning that up in the car. Like, yeah,
So glad you said that.
yeah,
Dude, it's such a good like pump up song.
yeah.
It's so good. Who gonna beat my ass?
But yeah, the Fucked Up of True was another good one too. Just a bunch of slide down. They have punk chugs. Just made me want to just jump into a circle pit. Growls, blast beats. Yeah, that song had pretty much fucking everything. And then, of course, yeah, Driponomics. The last song, the last couple songs too were fucking sweet. God bless y'all, real good.
Yeah, I love that song.
God damn it! Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like genty,
He's the-
metalcore, thrashy.
The death metal vocals that are in that song, it sounds like the asshole from Death Heaven. It's just like this got this
And
kind of. Oh.
that's when I started to notice the new metal like showing up in there. I'm like, what the is it?
Yeah.
Is this new metal? Technically, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so. And then them just leaving on like a solid rap, like a rap track where they have a beat made by their own instruments with a spiritual level of king shit.
Yeah.
God, that was fucking a perfect way to end the
That's
album.
they have the best song titles.
Yeah,
Honestly,
honestly,
yes, dude.
They
Yeah.
really do. Album titles too. Songs to Yeet at the Sun.
Yeah.
Like, and then their album before that, the EP before that is also a fire ass name. I encourage you to go look it up. Yeah.
Me.
Yep. That's the one.
Big words.
Big words.
Yeah, their stylizing is just incredible. The way they do all of it, it's like makes like a whole package. Like it's good music to listen to, and like as you like consume it, it's entertaining on other levels.
Oh yeah.
I wrote.
That's cool.
Did you guys try to read the lyrics? I didn't know what was going on at all.
Yeah, I
like,
did.
whatsoever.
I read quite a bit of them. A lot of it is like very self-aware. One of my favorite lyrics was like, and I'm gonna paraphrase it just because it's specifically worded, and this motherfucker's so smart. But it just equates to like, we were raised by parents who were taught wrong about the system and how we live, and now here we are, them having perpetuated this stupid, shitty cycle, and we have to tell them that the future they worked for is trash. Like, sorry, that's what we're doing. Or like, a lot of quick shit too. Like, just because you're friends of my friends doesn't mean we're friends. Shit like that. He talks about Amon Taylor. Aubrey. He talks about African Americans who were murdered by cops.
Oh, Mont Arbery.
Amon Arbery, thank you.
Yeah.
Amon Arbery, and a couple other people multiple times. He talks. One of my other favorite lines is I can't find the whole thing, but he's like he's living on Juice WRLD Pop Smoke time. What?
Oh, I
Damn.
get it. That's
and,
deep.
and he's very aware of it, so he's just like trying to get through it as fast as possible. He's just trying to deliver the goods right now, like as fast as he fucking can.
So I was on a lot of benzos, huh?
I don't know if he does drugs. I don't know if any of them do drugs. They smoke weed for sure.
I don't know. Some like those album covers definitely look like drug kits, and like
Yeah.
there's a lot of like references to heroin paraphernalia, like stuff to tie up with, or like a random like sort of bag or shit, like in all those little collages.
They seem like they would not be a straight edge band
They
with
smoke
how
weed.
how crazy the fucking vocals are. Like, I don't think.
He's great. I love pterodactyl vocals. It's one of my favorite things. Knocked Loose is like the easiest example. Or Cameron from Arsonist Get All the Girls.
Oh,
That's my favorite one of all time. He's the best pterodactyl. And Pierce Jordan is very fucking close in that realm of like, hitting that perfect pterodactyl, and then his black metal when he goes low, it's pretty fucking good too.
They had a bunch of different singers I saw in there in the songs.
They did. They had a lot of features.
Yeah. I
Which
didn't recognize any of them, but they all were cool.
Yeah, I thought so too. They fucking slayed. I thought that I wrote this shit down because I thought it was so important. It's impossible not to feel something while listening to this record. True and beautiful anger shines through on all of their songs. They know how to break up the perceived monotony with random horn sections that fucking work, rap songs that fucking work, random black metal parts, whatever the fuck that last song. The last song just sounds like a B-side from Korn's album Follow the Leader, and it still fucking works. Like everything on this record was just either, I don't know if these were huge leaps for these guys because it sounds like they've just sounded like this the entire time, but like they're huge leaps for normal people, which makes me feel like I'm fucking in the dust. Like these guys are on another level of just.
I feel like learning how to produce and engineer your own like music is a huge skill that is underrated now, rather than trying to find somebody else. Oh, I've got stuff I could kind of do. I just need someone to perfect it. Like, no, you can figure out how to do it yourself. You just got to take the time to do it. And
it's like learning how to Twitch. You just got to read some instruction manuals and go through it a couple times, and then just work at it, and then you got it. Like it's the musician's Twitch. Is just learning how to fucking engineer.
You can actually be on Twitch with your like music and stuff now.
Kenny Beats does it all the time, bro.
I've been
shout out
jumping
Kenny
on
Beats.
there.
We know he's listening. Shout out Kenny.
I think there's only one moment where some of that like doesn't work so well, and like it's the between Driponomics and 5 Years and My Family, like the little like shoegaze post rock thing they do. Is, it's a little too disjointed and doesn't.
It is weird. It's super out of place.
Yeah,
You're right.
like
Every time it catches me because I expect it to go into something else, and then it goes into that song, and then I believe that's the song that ends with the monologue.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of them that do.
There's the female monologue, and then there's the male monologue.
I think John Jay is the one that ends with like the other one, the other monologue.
Yeah.
I normally really like that sort of like transition stuff, but there's something about it that just didn't fit quite right.
Like trying to capture shoegaze or like dreamy, but not quite capturing it and keeping it more like a punk rock mixtape. I never got outside a punk rock mixtape feel. Not that that's bad, but it not like listening to Glow On, where you're invoking like Sonic Youth records in your fucking mind.
Yeah, but I think this is it's way more intense than Glow On. Like it does that.
Oh
like,
yeah, I don't want to keep comparing it to that, but like underneath an umbrella, they are closer to each other than. Well, fuck, this might be closer to Slipknot than it is to fucking Turnstile.
I would have to say closer to Slipknot.
I mean,
with
genuinely,
a lot of the new metal stuff.
Yeah.
Turnstile's the Beach Boys of punk rock.
I guess I wasn't thinking so much of musical style, but more in like structure and like the approach they're taking to an album and whatever.
Well, you know me and my fucking Dewey Decimal System of genres.
They had some cool stuff with the pedals too that I noticed.
Their guitar player rips, their bass player rips, their
Yeah.
drummer fucking rips.
The bass tone where it has like the heavy chug going over
Gigi's
everything.
bass tone.
Fucking yeah, it is amazing.
Yep. There's multiple songs where it's just him starting it, dun 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 dun, and then the song like he's the intro for a couple of these songs.
And then like just the transitions or bridges between stuff, the guitarist would like have some sort of crazy like climbing effect go on his guitar, and then everything else would kind of be steady going.
Yeah, no, he does get crazy with his pedals for sure, and just the way that his amps are mic'd too. Like this is one of those rare records. And talking about it, the album I want to compare it to is totally different, but it captures the same concept. You listening to it, you feel like you're in the room with the band.
Yeah,
you can hear the room.
Show.
Yeah, like you're at the show, but it's it's mixed perfect, and you can hear everything clearly, and it like everything is falling into place. Everything is where it should be. Like Fear Before the March of Flames has an album called The Always Open Mouth, and that album is like this for me, but it has higher production value. But this one has intentionally specific production value that I think merits. It makes everything better.
Yeah,
there's a lot of noise going on, but it's controlled noise.
And it's so
very,
good.
very, very controlled.
I do love like the production on this. Like I don't know, it just sets it off. Like it's the opposite of Ken.
Yep.
Like I hated Kid because of the production, but this is like right there,
Dude.
just
Yeah,
produced
totally.
enough.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
gave it
for
a
sure.
9 out of 10 on this because I was so impressed coming in.
I
the
gave it a
band.
9 out of 10 too.
That's 999.
Hey!
Hey!
I got some. Hold on. We have some stuff. We got. Fuck, you guys. So for fans of, I probably should have read this earlier. So if you haven't heard this record and you're thinking about it, and we've made an argument to listen to it because we're all rock hard right now. I guarantee you, every single one of us has a full chub. This is for fans of Saul Williams, Horror. If you're unfamiliar with the band Horror, it is
Horror.
stylized HO9909. The band Bad Brains, the Blood Brothers, the Locust, which are a little bit like the Blood Brothers, and then DOA, if you're familiar with the punk
Yeah,
band
the
DOA.
Locust and Blood Brothers. I think that was
That's
that was reminding me of
super-
what Showbread was. Yeah.
Yep, for sure.
It's dope as fuck.
In the know, people in the know these days call it spazcore.
Spazcore instead of mathcore. Like
yeah,
they
it's
did have
spazcore.
different time signatures in there too,
Oh, for sure.
but it was very fluid. I didn't notice it the first run through.
Because it's more violent than mathcore. It's way more violent. It sounds like Bam Margera waking up his parents. I thought that was a good one. Sounds like Bam Margera waking up his parents.
Is it-
Okay.
Sounds like it sounds like Dillinger Escape Plan on heroin.
I didn't even. Yeah. No, the Dillinger reference is real for sure.
It's Dillinger that I can palate because like as much as like I want
yes.
to like the Dillinger Escape Plan, like I just
It's
I'll get like two songs in.
Sunshine
I'm
the
like,
Werewolf.
Pan, like I saw Panasonic Youth, and like when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be my new favorite band." And then it was just like
Because it says Panasonic Youth.
yeah,
then
and
it
I was
sounds
like 16 or
nothing like-
17,
yeah.
which I knew it wasn't going to, and like
No.
on paper, I should love that band.
Ben Weinman is an amazing guitar player. Liam, their bass player, is fucking incredible. They are awesome. I think Liam. He's in a band called Crotus. Or Crotus, whatever.
It's definitely not
Anyway.
Crocus.
Anyway,
It's a way different band.
Crocus Mocus, suck
No,
my tocus.
Thrice covers one of their songs.
Oh,
Yeah, on the Earth
Thrice has been sucking lately. I tried to listen to the new album.
since 2008. Thrice has sucked, my guy.
Dude, Vinicio was a dog shit album. Major Minor, I fucking loved.
V Issues like my favorite record by them outside of the Alchemy Index.
God damn it, no.
I love.
God damn it.
I love the album after that. The one with Beggars on it. What's it called?
Major Minor?
Yeah, that album
Yeah.
rips. That's like that is good, but I wish they would have always just sounded like V Issue. I don't give a fuck about Thrice.
Artist in the Ambulance.
Yeah, that's the most annoying song they have besides like
No, the
Staring
album.
at the Sun.
The album.
Oh, whatever. I didn't have that phase.
And then there's Deadbolt. That's some good old
Oh
punk.
my gosh, right? Screamo.
Um,
So I gave it 9 out of 10 Andrew Breitbarts. 9 out of 10 Andrew Breitbarts.
I gave it 9 out of 10 hard R's.
I'm gonna give it 9 out of 10 Jesus Candles because of the album cover.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. This is a fire record.
It's great.
I've got a final summation. When digging in crates for old punk when it was good and in its heyday, Diaspora Problems holds that torch very high and unapologetically, fitting in cohesively within the current lineup of game-changing musical bands like Idols, The Armed, Horror, and even Ghostman and Death Grips. Soul Glo are not only a force to be reckoned with, but are picking a fight with you right now. This record is amazing. Read the lyrics. If you're wondering how to support a movement bigger than yourself, then buy this fucking record and listen to it. It will.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
It fucking challenges you. It picks a fight with you. Fucking who gonna beat my ass?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like the best. If I was just rollerblading home and some guy just screamed the F word at me, and I had that playing in my headphones. Woo!
Yeah.
I'm gonna rollerblade over his face.
Fuck yeah.
Beat somebody with my heel of my shoe.
It is. It's empowering.
Isn't it?
Just like, oh, they want to rage and
At
when
first,
you hear
I thought that it was homosexual.
it. Who's
like-
gonna pound my ass?
And then no, that's not what I meant. I mean, like who's
Sorry.
who's gonna beat me up in a good like a guy in a suit walking down an alleyway and he sees gangsters and he pays them $300 for them to beat him up and then he like gets a hard on about it.
Oh. not the take that I had.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know why
I
I
think
have
my
that.
head went there.
I feel like that's a classic situation in my head for some reason. I don't know what movie I watched as a child that implanted that, but in my head that's like a normal thing. It's just there's guys in suits going down alleyways all the time, just getting erections off dudes beating them up. Isn't that like a fucking Bury Your Dead music video?
Imperial Triumphant isn't like they have one kind of similar to that. Those like stock market
Similar.
bros.
Yeah, disfiguring the goddess or something like that.
This
I
sounds like
hate that
Mm,
song.
like a
I
Men in
love that
Black
song.
nightmare.
Men
It's
in
like,
Black.
it's like, I'm not an alien. Quit fucking pounding me. That gun hurts. That's not your gun, sir.
You sound like my girlfriend.
Oh boy.
All right.
Don't rape your girlfriend tonight, Jerry.
All right, boys and girls. Rape cannot exist in a consensual relationship. It's DJ Piz, DJ Fuckface, and DJ Shit for Brains signing off for Mold Brain Radio.
Oh boy.
It's been an episode of Challenging the Play. We are a subsidiary of Old Heart Records, Old Heart Radio, and all of their other companies that they own.
Baby.
Oh, there's two of them.
Amen.
Bitch! I love you!
God bless you, hot dogs.
Love you guys.